The award-winning book titled Reinvent was recently named the 2023 Best Business Book of the Year. We're happy to have its author, Faisal Hoque, here to explain why many organizations should scrap decades-old habits and their very ways of thinking and operating. Faisal, thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
So tell us, why is this book getting so much attention?
Look, nothing is the same anymore. It's post-pandemic era, global social shifts, a lot of new technology. We keep talking about AI. New generation of workers are entering the workforce. So when you combine all that, it's perfect storm for rethinking every type of organization, whether that's public sector, private sector. How are you going to move forward? How are you going to survive, let alone thrive?
Now, how can companies accomplish necessary transformation?
Look, transformation is a journey, so it's really the way to go forward is to learn how to transform in a repeated way. So in the book, we describe a methodology that starts with how do you learn about changes and bring people together, and then create a why you want to change and mobilize a repeatable set of processes to take advantage of resources that are available to go to the next level. And it's not a one-time thing, right? So you have to constantly, hence the name reinvent, you have to constantly invent and reinvent yourself just to survive, let alone to thrive and go to the next chapter.
And tell us, what are some of the priorities required to succeed?
It starts with a mindset. The leaders of any organization will have to get into the mindset that change is not a one-time thing. And you have to, whatever you learned yesterday is no longer valid. You have to kind of relearn and unleash that new learning throughout the organization. So it starts with there. And then the fact that you have to create an engine, an innovation engine or a mobilization engine that mobilizes the entire organization to move things forward. So that's the repeatable process. And without that repeatable process, you won't survive.
Okay, and let me ask you about AI. Should we be worried or excited?
I'm worried and excited. Excited that it has the potential to cure cancer, make us more productive, gives us different way of learning. Worried because it could be real destructive. It doesn't have ethics. It doesn't have control mechanism. So just like we treated pharmaceutical industry or defense industry, both private sector and public sector will need to work really hard to put a lid on it and control it because the expedition, the way it expedites so quickly, it could cause real harm very quickly.
And what would you say is the most important message that people should take away from your book?
It's mindset, mindset, mindset. The mindset of change. That's what's the most important thing.
Sounds good to me. Where can we go to learn more?
You can learn from my website, which is faisalhoque.com. You can go to LinkedIn or other social media platform. Obviously, you can buy the book from anywhere, and it's for a good cause. All the proceeds goes to multiple myeloma cancer research. So I encourage you, not just from learning, but also as a donation to the Cancer Research Society.
Faisal, thank you so much.
Thanks for having me.